What is going on, world? Welcome back once again. My name is ZacNovak and this is ZacNovak Plays Games. Or ZacNovak is slightly late and actually got a copyright yesterday for trying to upload this exact same video. XUR'S location and inventory. So I'm going to roll the intro, let's get around to it, and I do hope you certainly enjoy. Alrighty, so getting straight into the video. This video in itself did actually get copywritten yesterday because of music, so I do apologize about that. But yes, XUR'S location and inventory for the weekend, one day late because, well, if I could actually make the excuse that I forgot, it would probably be actually slightly better. But I mean, yeah, copyright strikes aren't fun on YouTube. Trust me, it's really not nice. But anyway, XUR'S location and inventory. Let's see if the tentacle bastard actually has anything good. He's chilling in the hangar. Let's see. Fingers crossed. He's got... what has he got? Okay, this week in itself is not too bad. Let's start things off with the Chromatic Fire for the Warlock 966, which is actually pretty good for, you know, exotics in itself as they actually start out. Full stats of 47, 23 legendary shards for this main pretty good exotic. I will actually state it's an exotic I do really like. Crystalline Transistor. Precision kills with your kinetic weapon create an explosion in the element of your equipped subclass. So, you know, if you want to run a little bit more Void, Arc, or Solar using primaries and getting headshots, this thing in itself, honestly, is a lot of fun. And actually, it looks pretty cool with like different actual, you know, shaders on it and stuff like that. I haven't actually got the ornament for it. I don't know what the ornament for it actually even looks like, but in itself I will actually state this thing is pretty freaking decent, pretty good in PvP, and really good in PvE. So pick it up if you've not got it. 23 legendary shards for your Warlock. Moving on though, next up we've got ourselves the Ashen Wake. 23 legendary shards for this Titan exotic that is 967 for some reason, but yeah, 23 legendary shards, full stat total of 48. This thing in itself is actually really freaking beastly at the moment. Bring the heat. Fusion grenades now explode on impact and gain increased throw speed. Final blows with fusion grenades grant grenade energy. In other words, if you want to just throw your grenades at people, they blow up, they die, you get your grenade back, you throw your grenade at another person, they blow up, they die, you do it again, rinse, repeat. This thing in itself is honestly really freaking beastly in PvP at the moment. Use it if you haven't actually tested out your Titan, because I will state I really like this thing. It's actually surprisingly decent. 23 legendary shards. Pick it up if you've not got it for your Titan. Moving on though, next up, we've got ourselves the Lucky Pants for the Hunter or Huntress. 23 legendary shards for this exotic leg boot things that's really not the greatest, but full stat total of 48. This thing in itself actually is surprisingly still decent. It isn't horrible, it isn't great, it's just average, but still makes you feel pretty good. Legally modded holster is its main perk. Precision hit, load one round to the chamber of stowed hand cannons. Hand cannons ready faster and are more accurate immediately after swapping to them. In other words, this thing itself is pretty good if you're running 2 hand cannons. This thing I honestly really freaking like. It looks pretty decent with the actual ornament on it. I will state this actually, you know, fits my hunter very well at the moment. Pick it up if you've not got it. 20 legendary shards for the Lucky Pants. Moving on though, next up, we've got ourselves the good old Cold Heart. 967 for my one at the moment. 29 legendary shards for this exotic trace rifle that actually is really fun. I will actually state Cold Heart and Prometheus Lens at the moment are just beastly. So yeah, I mean, that's actually a good thing. Cold Fusion is main perk. This weapon shoots a steady cold fusion laser, with its secondary perks being enhanced battery as well as its trait longest winter. Cold Heart's laser does exponentially more damage the longer it remains on target. In other words, the longer you shoot a person, the more damage it actually does. This thing itself honestly is really freaking nice. Looks pretty cool with both actual ornaments that I have on it. I will actually state the Omelon or Pride of Omelon looks really cool because of the arc and lightning and stuff. Pick this thing up if you have not got it. Once again, 29 legendary shards for the good old Cold Heart. Moving on though, next up. Finally though, well not really finally, we just next up for the stuff. Consumables. We got the 5 of Swords challenge card. This thing allows you to make your challenging nightfalls slightly more challenging by adding challenging challenges to the already existing challenging challenges that exist within that challenging nightfall. Once adding the challenging challenges to that challenging nightfall, it makes those challenging challenges more challenging within that challenging nightfall by adding different multipliers, different challenges, and all around having more fun. This thing itself allows you to actually go ahead and put Arc, Void, or Solar on your actual different class, whatever flavor you like to actually run. Do you want to go through and only actually get your health when you actually kill an enemy? Do you want to actually only get your health back when you run? Do you want to make sure that you actually do more damage when you're in the air? Well, you can do all that and more with the 5 of Swords challenge card. It allows you to pretty much tailor-made your nightfalls to make it the way you want it, and you get better loot, better fun, and all around it's pretty freaking cool. Pick it up if you've not got it. Zor just gives it away. And finally though, finishing things off, we've got ourselves the Isochronal Engram, aka the Fated Engram. 97 legendary shards for this exotic engram that Bungie changed name. I did like Fated Engram, and I did like the idea of an Isochronal Engram, just because it sounds really freaking cool. But exotic engram, 97 legendary shards for the exotic engram. It contains a brand new exotic that doesn't actually be owned unless you own all exotics from the collection in itself. Then in itself you will actually get a duplicate armor. However, in itself, if you actually do get a duplicate armor, it can actually be really freaking good with some really good rolls. 97 legendary shards. Let us see what I actually get. I did actually switch out my Titan just because, well, I want to see what I get on my Titan. And let us see, we got the Titan's Rampants. We got the new exotic? Really? I thought you weren't able to get new exotics from stuff, you know, from Zor's exotics. But that's pretty freaking cool. Okay, I kind of, wow, these things look really freaking cool. Holy jeez. Assault Barricade. You and your allies can shoot through your towering barricade, which has reduced health and duration. You and your allies can shoot through your towering barricade, which has reduced health and duration. Is that a good thing? That doesn't really sound like a good thing. That in itself kind of just sounds like you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. What actual barricade do I have on my actual striker? Rally, let's just use my towering barricade, because create a large barricade that can be used to reinforce a position with cover from enemy fire. And you can now shoot through it with this exotic, which is actually pretty freaking cool. So yeah, I'm actually kind of really happy about that. Wasn't really expecting to get something like, you know, the new exotic, but hey, that in itself is pretty freaking cool. Zor cheering about that. Thank you once again. Anyway, this has been Zor's location and inventory for the weekend. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Once again, 48 of 48 and 47 for the actual stat rolls, 23 for all of them, 29 for the cold heart. This has been ZacNovak. This has been Zor's location and inventory of the weekend. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, click the like button down below, do all the good stuff. It'll be Sharon like Karen if he was Ed Sheeran. I'm gonna jump back on my Warlock and do a bunch more stuff for good old Rasputin and just run through and pretty much have a lot of fun, because I am actually really enjoying this update. There isn't a lot in it, but in itself, what is actually available is still pretty freaking cool. So once again, this has been ZacNovak, this has been Zor's location. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, click the like button down below, do all the good stuff. It'll be Sharon like Karen if he was Ed Sheeran. But until next time, this, I thought I could land on that. This is ZacNovak, signing off. Peace out.
One of these days, I will have to introduce you to Geppetto.
What? Wait, Saint 14 just said one of these days I might have to introduce you to Geppetto. As in Pinocchio? What does Saint 14 and Pinocchio have in common? They're a puppet for Puppet Master. He's now doing, I guess he's kind of like a puppet for Osiris at the moment, simply for the point of Osiris is, I don't know, Geppetto. Who the hell is Geppetto? I'm confused. I'm gonna have to look this up. Anyway, peace out.